the swearing-in ceremony, Mamdani took the oath with his hand placed on the Quran, which is the first in the New York City's history. Now, just a day after the inauguration, a handwritten note by the Mayor Mamdani is now grabbing headlines back in India. A note written for Umar Khalid, the 2020 Delhi riots accused. This letter was delivered to Umar Khalid's parents, who met Mamdani in the United States last December, and they discussed Khalid's case with him. Now, the letter reads, and I quote, "Dear Umar, I think of your words on bitterness often and the importance of not letting it consume oneself. It was a pleasure to meet your parents. We are all thinking of you," is what Mamdani has written in that letter that you can also see on the screen. Umar's father says that Mamdani showed solidarity with the anti-CAA protesters during the meeting in December last year. Here's what he had to say.
असल में 9 तारीख को न्यूयॉर्क में मेरी mamdani से मुलाकात हुई। उन्होंने कंसर्न का इजहार किया कि भाई एक नौजवान होनहार तालिब इल्म जिसने कई अहम इशूज उठाए हैं, देश के बड़े बड़े इशूज के ऊपर सवालात खड़े किए हैं, CAA NRC की तहरीक चलाई है, तो ऐसे आदमी को 5 साल से ज़्यादा अरसे तक जेल में रखना, ट्रायल का शुरू ना होना और उसके साथ साथ जो है बेल का न मिलना, ये हमारे लिए बड़ा अफसोसनाक वाक़या है।
Now, as Zoran Mamdani thinks of Umar Khalid from the United States, one wonders what does he think of the Delhi police, what they've told the court so far as the case is concerned. That what Umar Khalid did to amount to terrorism, that he was part of the planned regime change operation in the country. Mamdani, the latest poster boy of the so-called liberal ecosystem, has not said a word for the 53 people who died in the Delhi riots in 2020. Now, instead, in 2023, in fact, at an event in New York City, Mamdani chose to read out the portion of the note that was written by Umar Khalid. Here's what he had to say.
So today, I'm going to be reading a letter from Umar Khalid, who is a scholar and a former student activist at the Jawaharlal Nehru University in Delhi, who organized a campaign against lynchings and hate. He has been in jail for more than 1,000 days under the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act and has yet to face trial, though his bail application has been repeatedly denied. He has also faced an assassination attempt.
And as if almost on a cue, right after Zoran Mamdani's note surfaced on social media, 8 American lawmakers wrote to the Indian ambassador to the United States. They questioned the fairness of the investigation in the case. They cast doubt on India's judicial process. They demanded a fair trial for Umar Khalid. And this letter was then quickly followed by a global amplification drive. An NGO, the Indian American Muslim Council, also called as IAMC, pushed the same persecution narrative. Then came an escalation, a call for international action against India. But here's what shocks the most. Instead of telling these offshore voices to mind their own business, India's opposition parties echoed their line. Have a look at what they said.
The issue has been raised up by the lawmakers of the US. That had definitely become a global news and going to damage the image of the country.
Police role is very dubious, and court is also, unfortunately, is dragging and dragging. In that situation, the case, I think, it is internationally now, people attention has been drawn internationally.
भारत जो पूरी दुनिया में ह्यूमन राइट्स का चैंपियन होता था, जो पूरी दुनिया में महात्मा गांधी के नाम से जाना जाता था, आज अमेरिकी सीनेटर्स और न्यूयॉर्क के मेयर को भारत को आईना दिखाना पड़ रहा है, भारत को के बारे में लिखना पड़ रहा है कि आपके यहाँ ह्यूमन राइट्स वायलेशन हो रहे हैं.
You heard the opposition leaders. Now the Bharatiya Janata Party is putting everyone in the dock, not just the voices that have come in from the United States, but also the political leaders within India. Listen in to the charges coming in from the Bharatiya Janata Party.
India's legal system is robust, independent and fair. And India's legal system requires no advice from anyone sitting abroad, and certainly not someone who's been sworn in as the mayor.
Do you know the facts of what he has been behind and what he has propagated? Absolutely not. So please play your politics in the United States of America. Continue to take your oath on the Quran. That is your personal prerogative, but do not interfere in India and India's extremists who try to destabilize our country.
कि जब भी एलओपी राहुल गांधी देश से बाहर जाके आते हैं, इस तरह की चिट्ठियां आती है, इस तरह का एक मूवमेंट 5-4 दिन के लिए बनता है.
And now the BJP is claiming that domestic actors are amplifying the anti-India script at the behest of the foreign powers. As Rahul Gandhi enjoys his first foreign tour of 2026 in Vietnam, the Saffron Party is pointing out that one of the US lawmakers who has signed the letter met with Rahul Gandhi in the United States in 2024. In 2025, the same lawmaker pushed for legislation targeting India on Islamophobia, and now in 2026, she has signed a letter seeking bail for Umar Khalid. So the BJP has concluded that every time an anti-India narrative is amplified abroad, Rahul Gandhi's name surfaces somewhere in the political ecosystem. Have a look at the charge coming in from the Bharatiya Janata Party leader.
The Bharatiya Janata Party has raised this issue of Rahul Gandhi not just meeting, but actually being a multiplier force for the anti-India forces. It happened in the case of Ilhan Omar. It happened very recently where George Soros Foundation and its forces were meeting Rahul Gandhi to malign the image of a country, and it will not be tolerated.